Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy T. That was Blazing the Sports. Yes, of course, I am back at it like a crack at it, giving you bucks and geekers that work. Man, guys, let's go ahead and talk about it. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Sharing is, of course, caring. All right, guys, so I stepped away from my desk for a minute. Just want to talk a little bit with you guys, man, about Jermell Charlo versus Canelo Alvarez. Now, I want to discuss the chances. What are the chances that you give Jermell Charlo to win? Looking at these guys, when they did that face-off, man, Jermell Charlo, size-wise, it's bigger, taller than Canelo Alvarez. If this was the first time Canelo had fought somebody bigger and taller than him, you know, it might sway me a little bit more. But what's up, Bree Smith? What's up, champ? I said, let's go, Charlo. But since I have seen Canelo fight bigger people, I'm not sure I can be persuaded as easy to be overwhelmed because Jermell Charlo, I mean, he's a big dude. And it really makes you look at Canelo like, man, like he's he's shorter than a lot of people, but he's been fighting at 168, fought as high as 175. It definitely lets you know, even though Canelo is a shorter fighter, man, what this guy has accomplished against bigger, taller, longer reach fighter and supposed to be hitting harder fighters. But as I was sitting at my desk, right, I said, you know what, I'm going to take a walk, about a 10-minute walk, and I want to just compare Jermell Charlo's style to people that Canelo beat and to people that Canelo lost to. Renee Smith says 60% Charlo. Hey, that's pretty big, man. All right. Now, I gotta say this, man. Right now, I cannot lean towards Charlo. Would I like to see him win? Yes. I would like to see him win 99%. Would I be pulling for him to win? Yes, I'll be pulling for Charlo to win. Can I just give him the edge off of what I want or like to see? I can't do it. So, when I look at styles, right? So, let's talk about the people that Canelo Alvarez beat. You know what? Better yet, let's talk about who beat Canelo, right? Let's look at that style first. Floyd Mayweather, somebody I consider a boxer thinker, right? Boxer puncher, I consider him a boxer thinker who can move. Somebody who I thought beat Canelo but did not get the win is Lenny Lara. I thought Lara won, but it was a close fight. I thought he won. He was a good counterpuncher, southpaw, and he can move, good legs. Somebody who gave him a good fight but did not win was Austin No Doubt Trout. Bivol, right? Bivol actually beat Canelo. So what do all these guys have in common? The guys that beat Canelo were typically thinkers. They was really good boxers, and they couldn't move. A lot of times they just didn't stay in, they wasn't as flat-footed, right? Floyd Mayweather, even though, to be honest, I got to be honest, right? He didn't move that much against Canelo. But we all know his subtle movements, his sticking moves. He consistently changed it up. He went inside, outside, box pressure. It was just too much for a young Canelo. Mine. Lenny Lara was a mover. Bivol was a good mover. The man, listen, he had Canelo just coming forward, not being able to cut the distance off the whole night. Even he was a bigger, taller puncher who took Canelo punches and was sticking and moving. But now when I look at fighters that are similar to Jermell Charlo, guys, I'm not saying they are exact. I'm coming off the top of my dome. So please don't tell me, oh, he's better than him. Listen, I'm not saying. I'm just saying, guys, that when I look at Jermell Charlo and I'm looking at the guys that Canelo has fought in the past that could potentially have a similar style than Jermell Charlo. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. So when I look at somebody like Miguel Cotto, right? Miguel Cotto is a similar, and I think, style to Jermell Charlo. Shorter fighter, though. He's shorter than Jermell, right? Who else? I don't know if I could quite put this guy there, but let's just say, what's his name? The one that got knocked, Kirkland? Was it Kirkland that got knocked the Kingdom Come? Uh, let's just say Kirkland. I just throw him in there, you know. Uh, who else? Some fighters that's, you know what? Triple G. Actually, Triple G. Especially I'm talking about the first fight, Triple G, maybe the second fight, Triple G. He somewhat similar to Jermell, but I gotta say this, man. I think Jermell Charlo, because I don't want to get them confused with his brother Jermall Charlo. I think Jermell Charlo might actually move a little bit more than Jermall. I'm not sure if Jermall, who is probably the one that people look at having the most power, but I think Jermell actually moves a little bit more with his legs. He will go backwards and circle the ring. I do want to see how he's going to be able to implement that against Canelo Alvarez. But when I look at, I told you the guys that beat Canelo, told you the guys that who I thought Canelo beat. But then Canelo has faced a fighter in the past that dared to be great, right? Remember, he faced a guy that was in a smaller weight class, jumped his butt up. Y'all remember that fighter named Amir Khan? Amir Khan dared to be great, jumped up. I think it was 147 to maybe 154. I think it was only, or was it 160? I don't remember. It was 154 or 160 that he jumped up. Maybe, you know what? It probably was that catch weight 155. That's probably when Canelo was doing the Canelo weight, where he was doing a catch weight at 155 for people. I think he made Amir Khan come up to 155. And again, as long as Amir Khan was moving against Canelo, he was actually doing okay. But, the moment that Canelo touched that chin, in that fourth round or whatever it was, Amir Khan was not okay. Hasn't been okay since. Now, here's what's hard for me, guys, is that when I look at Jermell Charlo, he's talented. He's a good fighter. He has good power. He has shown good power at 154 pounds. But then when I look at Canelo Alvarez and the fighters he faced at 168 or more, when I'm talking about, let's say, a boxer like Billy Joe Saunders, or a boxer like Caleb Plant, or a hard hitter like Kovalev, when I look at that, man, or even the third fight with Triple G, we didn't really need it. But when I look at what Canelo has faced, even in his loss against Bivol, I'm just not sure Jermell Charlo is going to have the power to hurt Canelo. Listen, anything can happen any given night, right? Any given night, anything can happen. But Canelo got a chance. Canelo took Triple G best shots. Bivol, matter of fact, Canelo has took everyone's best shot. Win or loss, he took the best mustard on that hot dog and kept fighting. I don't know what Jermell Charlo power gonna look like at 168. Can he make the weight? Absolutely. Does he have the build for it? Absolutely. Listen, they got the height. Matter of fact, Jermell Charlo with his height, he might be right at the perfect at 168. But he hasn't been fighting there. His muscle memory of cutting weight and losing weight hasn't been at 168. It's been at 154. I'm just speaking the truth. Even in the booth, you already know it. I'm giving it to you all the way straight with no chasers. I like my whiskey warm. Canelo versus Jermell Charlo. What chance do I give Jermell Charlo? Man, I don't even know if I got an answer for that. I'm asking you all. I should be asking, what chances do you give Jermell Charlo? I don't know. Do we have a chance? Absolutely. With the right, listen, with the skills that Jermell Charlo has and the abilities, I do believe he possesses the skills that he could pull off the win against Canelo. I absolutely believe he can. But can I just go off of that and pick him? I can't right now. I would have to see more, man. They would have to impress me with more, in the ring movement, because I don't see Jermell Charlo knocking out Canelo. Can you let me know how many people Jermell Charlo beat at credible people he beat at 168? Credible people he beat at 160? Guys, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Wind blowing. I apologize if you hear it too much. But God, listen, man, I'm just trying to talk to you guys about this here. Even though I am rooting for Jermell Charlo. Even if Jermell Charlo listen to this, I'm like, oh man, he a hater. He don't like me, man. Forget him. Even though, because maybe as of right now, I can't pick him. I would say he does have things going in his way. If the Canelo Alvarez, their fault writer, show up, the same one, if that one show up, he's going to be, listen, it's going to be a tough fight for Canelo to win. It's going to be a tough fight for him to win, because that Canelo versus Ryder didn't really move his head like that. He was getting hit with uppercuts that he normally don't get hit with. His upper body movement wasn't like that like it used to be. He was showing that he was on the downside of his career. If Canelo don't get back to Canelo, then it's going to be a tough fight. I still don't see Jermell Charlo knocking him out. I don't see that. I don't see Jermell Charlo knocking him out. Can he win? Yeah, it's a chance. There's a chance he can win. What's the percentage of that chance? I have no idea. I will have to call Cleo to get her best thoughts on the future. I have no idea. But it's a tough road. Canelo been in there with the Austin Trouts, the Lauras, the Floyd Mayweathers, the Miguel Cottos, the Kovalev, Bivol, Caleb Plant, Billy Joe Saunders. He's been in there with those guys. Some of them guys are similar to Jermell, some of them not. They're not Jermell, so I'm not going to conclude just because he beat them that he can beat Jermell like he beat them. But I am drawing a conclusion on how tough I think the task will be or would not be for Jermell Charlo, based on competition that Canelo has faced that has a similar style like Jermell Charlo. Guys, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. This was 15 minutes or less. I went live for you guys. Subscribe, hit that like button.